And those are kind of the three things that you need to do in order to be successful, to achieve whatever you want to be. What's up everybody, Jason Swenk here, and I want to talk to you about constantly growing your agency. You know, I just had a lot of my mastermind members fly into Atlanta from all over the world, from the Ukraine, from Australia, from all over the US, Canada even, and we spent 2 days together in a agency retreat / workshop, going over their biggest challenges, going over what they want to accomplish, sharing what's currently working for them. And a lot of people were struggling with kind of this shiny red ball syndrome, right? It's kind of like, oh, that's working, I need to go do that. And oh, that's working, I need to go do that. Or if I tried that, that hasn't worked. And I told them, look, you have to be consistent. And I look at kind of, you know, our success at this particular business as well. So last week marked the 5th year we've been doing this. I cannot believe how fast the time is gone. I want to thank all of you that have given us your time over the years and engaged with us and worked with us and just commented, and you know, I just want to thank you. You know, I'm doing what I was meant to do, and I love doing it. I was telling them, you know, it was just, this is the greatest gift. It's just what I needed at that time and continue to need. So I want to thank you. And I was telling them, look, you know, the first year no one even, you know, listen to our podcast, really. It was just kind of a couple people, and I was just kind of putting it out there. I enjoyed having conversations with agency owners, you know, and having them on the Smart Agency Masterclass, and just loved it. And it just kept growing over time. And then I started looking at some of the other podcasts out there for agencies, and that kind of weeded away. And, you know, I started looking, I was like, man, we've been doing this for almost five years doing this podcast. Unbelievable, right? And we only missed 2 weeks out of the year on the major holidays, and we've just been consistent. We've just seen a steady growth year over year. You know, not you know, in the very beginning exponential, and then kind of leveled off, and then just gradually just kept going up and up. And that's what you want in your business. You know, yeah, sure, you can do a tactic, have huge growth right like this, and then you kind of go down, and then you go through this depressing moment. But I think if you just get consistent. Now, it's hard to get consistent if you don't know where you're going, right? A lot of people that we were chatting with last week, they didn't have clear goals of what they wanted. They didn't have a clear goal of who they were actually going after. So then it's hard to be consistent because you have no aiming target. So that's what you're gonna see, you say yes to everything rather than having that clarity to enable yourself to say no. Or to, you know, the one thing that helped a lot of people out last week is just being around similar people that are going through the same thing. You know, there's many groups out there for all different types of industries, and a lot of people join groups where you have lawyers and accountants and architects and all that. But that's why I liked having the agency mastermind, where we had people going through currently what you're going through right now. And then as you give advice or you receive advice, you're like, oh, I know, I have clarity now. I think everybody in the room, my vision and my whole goal of having that agency retreat is them having complete clarity for when they return back to their everyday jobs and roles, that they have complete clarity of where they need to go, and to have a plan and be able to execute and be consistent with it. That's the biggest thing I want you to take away from this episode, is have a plan of where you're going. Have that clarity, have that plan, and just be consistent. And those are kind of the three things that you need to do in order to be successful, to achieve whatever you want to be. And if you want to know more about this exclusive agency mastermind, we're calling it the Digital Agency Elite, you can go to digitalagencyelite.com, request an invite, and see if you qualify. And we're looking for the best of the best to, you know, share the knowledge and just be able to grow faster. So go check it out now, digitalagencyelite.com. And until next time, have a swank day.